We are following new developments out of New York City on the search for a gunman who shot and killed the CEO of UnitedHealthcare, Brian Thompson. NYPD executed a search warrant for a building they believe the suspect stayed in. CBS News also confirms law enforcement found shell casings at the crime scene with the words deny, defend, and depose written on them. Now, surveillance video outside New York City's Midtown Hilton caught the moment early Tuesday. The shooter got out from behind a parked car, pointed a gun at Thompson's back, and then shot twice. Now, Thompson was set to speak at an investor meeting at the Hilton and was about to enter the building when the gunman shot him. The 50-year-old took the lead of a health insurance company back in 2021 after running its Medicare and retirement business. Now, a law enforcement source tells us the suspect used cash to buy Starbucks before then waiting outside of the Hilton Hotel. We also have new video of the suspect moments after the shooting. NYPD said he eventually ran off on foot down an alleyway and then rode an e-bike into Central Park where he was last seen. Now, police say the gunman waited for Thompson starting at about 6:39 a.m. Thompson then walks to the Hilton 5 minutes later, and then the shooting happens. And at 6:48, the gunman is seen there riding his bike on Center Drive in Central Park. Thompson is taken to a hospital where he was pronounced dead just after 7:10 in the morning. Now, authorities believe this is a targeted attack. They also believe the suspect's proficiency with unjamming the weapon during the incident suggests that he has experience with guns. CBS News senior coordinating producer on crime and public safety unit, Anna Schecter, joins us now to go over all of this, and there's a lot. Welcome, Anna. Good morning to you. Let's start with the search warrant. What can you tell us about that? Good morning.
Well, police last night executed a search warrant on a building on the Upper West Side in the high 90s on Columbus Avenue near the Frederick Douglass housing complex. Why there? Well, surveillance footage that they screened yesterday showed the suspect entering a building in that vicinity. We don't have the exact address. We are drilling down on that, but it was near that housing project in or around there. And so that search happened last night. We can report this now on CBS News. So we will see if that helped police close in on the identity of the suspect. And I just heard that we expect before noon to see more photos of the suspect that show a little bit more of his face. That indicates to me that they're still wanting the public to give in tips about his whereabouts, that he still is at large. Liz?
And Anna, one of the more cryptic pieces of evidence was the words deny, defend, and depose written on the bullet shells found at the crime scene. Any meaning behind those words that investigators are finding?
Well, sources tell CBS News, tell my colleague Pat Milton, they were meticulously written in a Sharpie pen, and law enforcement are looking at whether those words pertain to how the insurance company might have responded to claims requests. There's a book out there examining the insurance and critical of the insurance company industry and how they make it difficult for patients to get coverage or to get reimbursed for high medical costs. And so it's not definitive, but investigators are certainly looking at this as potentially pointing to a motive, Liz.
And Anna, we mentioned that the suspect visited a Starbucks before the shooting and he paid cash at that Starbucks. What else are police going to be looking for in terms of that visit to the Starbucks coffee chain?
Well, they're looking for DNA evidence. So they certainly did a forensic sweep of the Starbucks, also of they did a forensic analysis of a water bottle and a candy bar wrapper that he might have purchased at the Starbucks that were dropped at the scene, as well as his cell phone. It's still unclear. We can't yet report that that cell phone belonged to the shooter, but police are certainly investigating, and if it in fact was, and if there were any fingerprints on that. At this time, we can't report. We don't know if DNA or fingerprint data has pointed to any specific individual, and that can be tricky. Sometimes there's partial DNA or a partial fingerprint, and they just need more evidence. So right now, it appears that we're still in that phase of the investigation where a lot of questions are unanswered.
Sure. All right. CBS News senior coordinating producer on crime and public safety, Anna Schecter. Thank you so much.